Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is very nice to see you again. That's pretty shocking to say, but welcome back to my second video essay of all time. I posted my last video essay just a few weeks ago, and the response has been overwhelming. I've gotten so much love, and by popular demand, I'm actually making another video essay in the midst of all my finals, trying to procrastinate and not do what I have to do, doing this instead. But yeah, hello, welcome back. A little recap, my name's Rosie Fleabag, I'm 16, and I am an amateur film critic. Sounds fun to say. This video essay is about Fleabag, which is a show that was directed by Phoebe Waller-Bridge and first released in 2016. It was originally a one-woman show that was performed in 2013, also written by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and it is an amazing, amazing show. If you have not watched it, pause this video, go watch it. This video essay in particular is focusing on season 2, so definitely watch all through. It's around 6 episodes per season, and the runtime is about upwards 25 minutes per episode. It's incredibly funny and definitely on my list of the best shows ever. Fleabag is a show that follows a woman dealing with grief from the loss of her mother and her best friend. Fleabag, the nameless main character, struggles to maintain her quirky guinea pig-themed cafe that she originally opened with her late friend Boo. It's full of incredible wit and sorrow as the audience follows Fleabag through her disastrous life. What makes it so unique is its use of the fourth wall, with the main character Fleabag interacting with us as if we are there with her. I watched it about a month ago, and I missed a lot of assignments because I just could not stop watching. It was hilarious and moving. It was very relatable as well as inspiring, although the ending of the show was extremely painful. The second season follows Fleabag and the priest, or as many fans have renamed, the hot priest, and their relationship. While extremely funny, the chemistry between them truly builds, and the audience becomes very invested in the two. Finally, Fleabag finds a connection after so much grief and soul-searching. It feels like a given when watching the show that her and the priest will end up together and everything will work out. She will have her cafe and a new person to fill her void of loneliness. She can finally move on from the deaths of her best friend and her mother and separate herself from her endless practice of self-hate. If we're getting personal, I haven't had many experiences in love and relationships. But I feel as though I know the concepts well from the years of ingesting rom-coms and whatever the media told me romance was. If you love someone and they love you back, you get together. Nothing can stop love. But unfortunately, as I begin to mature, this wonderful bubble has popped. Fleabag in particular has brought me and my wild romantic fantasies back to reality. This is Fleabag, the reality of letting love go. Part 1, a comical duo. Season 2 begins with Fleabag as her best self. She's put together, managing a small business, confident and funny as ever. She's let go of her toxic coping mechanism and gains new, more positive ones. Fleabag is on fire. We meet her at a dinner celebrating her father's engagement to her godmother. Here we also meet the rather unique, hot, young priest that will be initiating the wedding. Immediately, he surprises her. Fleabag is confident nobody will inquire about her at dinner, she tells us, when we hear the priest for the first time.
No one's asked me a question in 45 minutes.
So what do you do?
He's proved her wrong. We are immediately curious about him. As the pair begin to get closer, we gain a relationship with the priest. We are excited to see him. It's comical, light. It's a fun story. Fleabag, the atheist, falling for a priest. What a great punchline, right? But let's take a few steps back. Season 2 does not start at dinner. Rather, it begins in a chaotic scene of Fleabag wiping a bloody nose. We hear a man behind the bathroom inquire about her. She then hands the bloody towel to a woman on the floor and then looks at us and says, "This is a love story." At first, a hilarious joke. As I finish this series, I can see this opening scene has greater meaning. Season 2 is a love story, and it's a painful one at that, hence the blood from the onset. The opening scene is a foreshadow. Part 2, a connection. What makes the love story of the Fleabag and the priest so enjoyable is the way we are involved. As Fleabag's close friend, we see her true perspective on everything, and this remains true while she crushes on the priest. Once a wild joke, Fleabag begins to make a connection with the priest. He hears her. She wants to hear him. Even through her comments of his physical appearance and the irony of it all, we understand as time goes on, Fleabag is in love with the priest. She discovers new things with him and is genuinely happy when she's around him. They laugh and share with each other, and she's finally listened to, and more importantly, she finally finds another person that she'd like to hear. The most eerie parts of their interactions throughout the whole show are when the priest can see through us, the fourth wall.
What you're doing, it's like you disappear.
What?
What are you not telling me?
Nothing.
Tell me what's going on underneath there.
Nothing.
Tell me, come on,
No.
you can tell me.
Nothing. No.
In just a few episodes, the priest shatters Fleabag's coping mechanism and sees straight through her. He forces her to be present. He grounds her. He completely dismantles the way in which she operates. In this scene, Fleabag mixes up what she has to say to us to what she says to him.
Have you been to many funerals?
A couple. His neck.
And you never felt them go somewhere?
No, they were already gone. His beautiful neck.
What?
What?
You just said his beautiful neck.
No, I said that they were already gone.
Our relationship with Fleabag crumbles. This observation will become relevant a little later. Now it's time for part 3, the goodbye. On the day of the wedding, on the last episode, the priest gives an odd but meaningful speech about love.
Love is awful. It's awful. It's painful. It's frightening. It makes you doubt yourself, judge yourself, distance yourself from the other people in your life. Makes you selfish. Makes you creepy. Makes you obsessed with your hair. Makes you cruel. Makes you say and do things you never thought you would do.
There's something wrong with your priest.
It's all any of us want, and it's hell when we get there. So no wonder it's something we don't want to do on our own. I was taught if we're born with love, then life is about choosing the right place to put it. People talk about that a lot, it feeling right. When it feels right, it's easy. But I'm not sure that's true. It takes strength to know what's right. And love isn't something that weak people do.
The priest says, love isn't something that weak people do. The priest is elated in this moment. He's flustered, vulnerable, honest, and so the last scene of the show comes somewhat of a shock to us. The show ends with Fleabag and the priest at the bus stop. With a smile, Fleabag tells the priest the truth, which she could not do for so long.
I love you.
Fleabag is vulnerable. She breaks down barriers in the scene that she would have never have been able to break. She is powerful in her candidness. It is heart-wrenching to watch as the priest, with tears in his eyes, reciprocates his care for her, even as they both decide to part. I personally felt so betrayed. How could he say love was for strong people and then leave? How could he just walk away without looking back? But he is not throwing this love away. They tell each other they love each other and leave each other because of it. They aren't not trying. They love each other too much to stay. They know it isn't good for either of them. As we see the fox comically follow the priest away from the bus stop, we understand the priest had his own issues that he could not bring into a relationship. He had commitments. He had other loves he had committed to. And as Fleabag leaves the bus station, and consequently us, we understand this love was not wasted, but it was also not meant to be. The priest and Fleabag needed each other to learn more about themselves, to find love within themselves and the world, to reevaluate their life choices and their place in them. Bringing back the observation I made earlier, the priest sees through Fleabag's coping mechanism, us. He hears her, and he wants to hear it all. He doesn't want her to hide herself, as she does when she disappears to talk to us, the fourth wall. And so our relationship with Fleabag crumbles, as she leaves us behind at the bus stop. The priest teaches Fleabag how to be present. He teaches her to fall in love with life, and most importantly, herself. No matter how heartbroken I was, and how many curse words were flying around in my room as I watched Fleabag and the priest walk separate ways, I learned a valuable lesson. Love is painful, wild, and unpredictable. Sometimes it doesn't work out. This doesn't mean it never existed, and it doesn't mean it was a waste of time. It is simply something we go through in life. it teaches us great lessons, and in the moment it feels freaking amazing. This is a part of personal growth. Love shapes who we are, but love doesn't always stay. Fleabag taught me sometimes we must let love go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little analysis of The Priest and Fleabag and sort of what I got out of Fleabag. It was really heart-wrenching to, see them not being together, but kind of was like a wake-up call for me. I enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Please comment down below any more movies that you'd like me to analyze, I guess, or make more videos on. I will be sure to look through your suggestions. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time, I guess. Stay tuned for more. Bye!